Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Chosenarchitect. Today we're jumping back into all the mod 7 to the sky. So first things first, today is going to be all about exploration and getting into the Twilight Forest and hopefully gathering up resources that are going to be super valuable to us moving forward, since I believe this dimension isn't actually a skyblock, which is going to be kind of fun. Now I have been prepping things up, getting some spells learned, and I do have a few of them learned, as you can see right here, tier 1. I have just about every spell that I can learn, minus a couple, before I have to start getting into something special. You can see right here, this requires some essence. This also requires this right here, manipulation. Like there's all these different things that are needed. I would say like catalysts that are kind of needed for crafts. And here is all of them. Now, some of them are pretty simple to make, as you can see, but some of them aren't. Right here, it requires snow blocks. We don't really have snow just yet, even though we could potentially get some. This one's actually a pretty easy one that I've made. This one is pretty easy. We can make it. This one should be fairly simple. And then air essence, it does require arrows and feathers, which we don't have, and we also don't have the mob drops from this. So hopefully we can obtain some of these things in that dimension. We also don't have any of the these things, and this is a starbuncle shard. We do not have that as well, which we have to feed a starbuncle. So all of this stuff pretty interesting, but hopefully we can use it to get into the next area. Now I believe on tier 2 there are some things that don't actually require these that I would also love to get into. For example, AoE, something that I would really like to get into. There are some really nice stuff that we can do with tier 2, and we can actually make a tier 2 book. So the tier 2 book is just going to require some diamond and some blaze rod and some quartz, which we have. And then upgrading that is going to require another star, and then of course a wild and tribute, which is a whole thing in itself. But getting ourselves blaze rods, we should be able to do that. Now to set this up quite easily, actually, we have a porcelain doll. You can actually get 6 of them by default, or you can do 4 with diamond. I went ahead and made the 6, and then we just surround this thing with these basic materials, and I'm going to do a couple of them. We might have to do more than that, but let's set this up. I do have a diamond sword. I probably should use that diamond sword that I have. I found the sword. Captive Dreams. That's why I couldn't find it. All right, I need to grab a bucket of lava, and of course this is going to be pretty dangerous with the fire spawning, so I'm going to make sure to put it right next to all of my valuable storage and everything, just to make sure if danger happens, it's as bad as it possibly can get. All right, let's do this. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but we should be fine. You know, we're wearing cloth clothing, and and we have no fire resistance. So yeah, we should be more than fine. Yeah, perfect. And there is our first blaze rod. I should honestly use this. Well, no, we need more than one blaze rod, don't we? Because, yeah, we're going to have to do 2. Honestly, we're going to probably do a few of these. You know, I got to admit, this is probably a little bit safer, right? Doing it this way instead. Giving myself a little bit of wiggle room here so I don't die. Yeah, that's probably, I mean, I'll still probably get shot and set on fire, but at least this way, it's not going to fly up. There we go. Ooh, and we got we got nice. That's right, because we have looting, like a higher tier looting on here. We got 4 out of that 1. All right, maybe I over-exaggerate a little bit. It was 3, not 4. So look at that. Now I have enough for a spell book tier 2. We now can use tier 2 glyphs. Now to make the AoE thing, which I need, I'm going to need this, but I'm also going to need earth essence. So this is a fireworks star. It's just a piece of gunpowder. It doesn't show you in JEI. So I would like to show you here. But yeah, all we need is dirt. It looks like a seed and iron. So dirt, dirt, seeds, and iron. And I'm going to get to show you how this actually is going to function. Now, the cool thing is when we actually go to make this, this earth essence, we don't actually use up the items. So it's kind of hard to explain. Let me go ahead and show you. So I'm going to place these on the pedestal around the imbuement chamber. This is how we're going to make this. That goes there. Iron goes on the other side. And then in the middle, I just have to put a source gem, and it's going to utilize the source that's here, but it would do it on its own, just like the other thing. But you can notice it's going to give me the essence without consuming the items. Look at that. It didn't consume any of the items. Kind of cool, right? So why am I making these items? Well, I'm actually going to be making a spell that allows me to fell trees. Yes, it's exactly what you think. All I have to do is harvest, and it should knock the whole tree down. That's the goal anyways. So I just selected the fireworks star. By the way, notice you can just place it directly onto the table as well. You don't have to have the pedestals, and it will do this. There we go. And we'll learn the AoE. And now we have to learn the fell, which is a diamond axe. So for the fell, all we have to do is learn this. So we can put the essence in, put the axe in. I really like the way it transfers over. I like seeing that cool animation. And there we go. We now can learn this, and let's go ahead and put this together. By the way, I did want to mention that I did make a more advanced damage spell. So I have a projectile harm with some amplifies on there, which cause more damage, ignite, and then sensitive, so the ignite doesn't set blocks in our base on fire. So that sensitive is really important. So let's go ahead and say tree chop, and we'll go ahead and save that for right now. And what we'll do is we'll say touch, and then we will do fell, and then I believe we just do AoE and increase the AoE. I don't know how far we should increase the AoE, but we also want to pick up items. So I'm going to see how big of an AoE this actually is. Let's grow a tree. So I have a few different types of trees. I want to see, does it work really well in the mineral? I would really like this one to work. So let's select it. And it chops the whole tree down. Fantastic. All right, now, what about the big boy? The big spruce tree. Will it do the whole thing? Oh my, yes it does. That is so much easier than using the vein miner. So I did say I do want to go to the Twilight Forest. Now this is going to be a very temporary portal that I am setting up, but this is technically what the portal looks like. So we have this set up here, and I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and replace the bottom here with grass, because I think that will work. Now, I can go ahead and use the Philosopher's Stone to change this. I believe, actually I probably need, yeah, I can shift click to change this into grass. There we go, with the Philosopher's Stone. And then if I use a little bit of bone meal, hopefully I can gather up some flowers. There we go. Got a good amount of flowers going on, because I'm going to need flowers to wrap around all the sides. Now, one more thing before we go into the Twilight Forest. Let's take a look at a lead. And there is one from Apotheosis. This is actually kind of nice. Let's go ahead and grab this right here. This is an Ender lead. And I believe that with this, you can technically punch the enemy or punch the mob, and this lead will pick up the entity and hopefully allow us to bring it into our area here. For example, if we find an animal we like, we can actually keep them here and breed them. All right, so moment of truth. This, if I toss this diamond in, yes, will spawn lightning and open up the Twilight Forest. This is going to be fun. Well, moment of truth. Let's hope our spawn is actually pretty good here. And in we go. Oh boy. Hopefully this is actually kind of fun. Oh, it is a sky. No, it's not a sky. We are just in the sky. Hold up a minute. This is a crazy spawn. Well, this just goes to show I'm gonna have to get into RF tools. Definitely, to be able to go back and forth. I mean, good thing we have a jetpack, right? Hopefully we save it to be able to get back. All right, well, I'm not too concerned about progressing through the Twilight Forest and in doing the whole progression thing. I'm more interested in looking around and potentially discovering new things. I'm pretty sure there's stuff at the bottom of this. Oh my goodness. Yes, there is stuff. I found it underground. We are not going up very fast, are we? Look at the mushrooms we found, by the way. Also, we ended up getting the Iron Forge boots here, which is kind of cool. But I want to test this out. I think you punch them. Oh my goodness. And then you right click. So you punch to pick up, right click to place down, and we can bring things with us. Was that a carbuncle? I'm pretty sure I just seen. It is. It's a carbuncle. These things are so cool. No, this is a starbuckle. Starbunkle. Yeah, starbunkle. We definitely have to get this thing. Like, not now, but we will be working with this soon. I think you give it a gold nugget, and it's what grants you that item that you're going to need to craft some runes, and it also can do automation for you. Shh, there's some deer off in the distance. Look, there's some deer. Now, this big wall that's in front of me, I don't really want to go in there just yet. This is the Naga boss battle, and, well, I don't want to start that, even though that is the progression for which you do start in this. However, I'm looking for those big hill areas because supposedly there's supposed to be some good stuff in those. Hey, there's some regular chickens. Maybe I can go ahead and get some feathers off of them. That could be kind of useful. Oh boy, and this is how you progress through the Twilight Forest right here. You kill a raven, and the raven grants you raven feathers. And if you want to know how to progress through the Twilight Forest, you can open up your menu. I believe L by default is supposed to be how you get to your advancements, but you might have to set your keybind and open up your advancements tab, and your advancements tell you exactly how to progress through this mod. That right down there is the other thing that I need. Right down here. And look, there's actual ore, but this is torchberries, which are also what you need in order to utilize this raven feather to make yourself a mage map focus. You can see right here. And then this gets surrounded by paper, and this gives you a map to this whole area. By the way, if I put the lighting on for this, I believe we have light. Look how cool that is with the dynamic lighting shooting through here. This mod adds the dynamic lighting. Oh goodness. This is a mob I need to kill. Yes, so we are going to be able to kill these things. Come here. I need the stuff that you guys drop. You guys will give me the ability to spawn the wolf pack, which will help fight for me. This is perfect. I know it's a deer, but these guys have some of the best food. Venison. And I can instantly cook it. I believe, oh no, it didn't cook it, we have raw. But still, this is some good stuff once it is cooked. This right here is one of the hills. I mean, I guess I could go ahead and utilize the chute to break, I guess. And mine this out, at least a 2 wide area. And then I will need to put the lights on so that way things are a lot better. Let's actually switch to pick. Us mining into this. Oh boy. I already hear the mobs. Oh, it's right under us. Yes, okay. So things are gonna get a little crazy, but apparently this is where all the modium is supposed to spawn, I believe. Like regular Aldemodium. Thing is, I don't know if this can break it. Like, I'm pretty sure we have to have a netherite pick for that, which we're going to have to sieve some netherrack to get. But we can go ahead and prep ourselves by going ahead and setting this to light. And trying to light this area up a little bit. Make it a little easier for us later on. Oh boy. So now I am down here. And we've got all kinds of things that are after us. But it doesn't seem too bad. It's not all that bad. So long as I can get this nice and lit up, we should be able to avoid most of the bad guys. Oh, this is nice. Look what's right in front of me. This right here. That's actually one part of, what is this called? This is Forbidden Arcanus? Or Arcanus? This is, yeah, experience ore. But it's used for other things. Oh, it's going to be so nice once we effectively get this. By the way, my hurt is doing a pretty darn good job at taking out these mobs. Of course, I'm still lighting this area up. Still haven't seen any Aldemodium, I don't think. There's another experience ore. I'm just trying to get my way through here without dying. I think I found my first piece. This right here. I'm pretty sure that is Aldemodium. Now, is this going to work? Can I amplify this book enough to give my pick shot? Can I get this to work? So we have this. All I'm going to do is set it to break and amplify enough that hopefully it'll break, and then item pickup and crate. It's probably going to use a lot of mana. Will this work? No. So at least I know where it's at roughly. I'm going to go ahead and mark this on the map. Like, it's basically right here. And now we know where all the Madium ore is. That's awesome. It's right there. I thought I heard this guy. Can I do it without dying? Come on. Oh, yes. I got him. Did I get the drops? Did I get the drops? No. Oh, yes. I did. I got the horns. I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm out. I took too much damage already. I've got to get out of here. Yeah, now I'm going to make my way all the way back up here using my jetpacks. Yeah, I'm definitely going to set up RF tools. Once we dump all of our inventory, RF tools is sure to happen. So to get RF tools set up and get ourselves teleporting, we're going to need a matter transmitter and a matter receiver, at least for this first setup. And we're also going to need a dialing device. This is our, I guess we're actually going to need 2 transmitters and 2 receivers, because I do need a receiver to get me back to my base. Or we could just use a charge porter. Actually, we probably should just use a charge porter. Why not just make an advanced charge porter at this point? This is kind of, yeah, no-brainer. And now for this, I'm also going to need some sort of wireless power, so that way we can make sure this matter receiver has power from our base and is always being powered cross-dimensionally. And to do that, I'm going to be using a dimensional cell for right now. Later on, we could probably get into the power mod, which would be way easier, I think. But that's later on, once we have that automation set up. So, dimensional cell, very simple. We just need a bit of redstone. And then, of course, we need 2 of them. So one of them's just not going to work. So we need to have this one, another machine frame, and bam, we have 2 dimensional cells. And we also need ourselves a powered card. So nice to get into this. Now, I do want to place 1 dimensional cell. I guess I can place it right on top of this. And then make sure this side configure is on the top, is set to output. And then make sure this is in. So set to accept all energy sources on all sides. You can see it's filling up. And then we put that in, and you can see this card is linked to 1 right here. And I believe we need, I don't know if I think we have to leave it in here. And then make another card, and that card will link to this one. Not quite sure. Actually, let me test this out. These cards are so cheap anyways. This is another one. If I place this card in here, you can see it does not work. So that one there, and we'll link this card to 1. Place that in there, and now this one is linked to this one. So this is the wireless power. It does have some loss of power. So keep in mind that is a thing. It does have some loss. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this area right here. And what I can do is I can just go ahead and get some cabling coming out and hook into the cabling I have underground. And I'm going to bring some cables so that way they're on the bottom here and on the back. And as you can see, I do have a floor down here, which is kind of nice. Gives me the access to route these cables. So let's go ahead and set this up. I want to go ahead and have everything ready to go. I think the only thing I'm missing is the cable, just a little bit more cables. So let me make a few of the basic energy cables. All right, that should be plenty. So what I'm going to do is down here, I'm going to have my cables running from the top here, and they're going to stretch to the bottom. And then I need to have another one set up on the other side. So it's going to set up just like this. And then right here is going to be very similar, except for on the bottom, all I'm going to have is a dimensional cell. So I am going to be sending power out, and it is going to be linked. And the same one is going to be over here as well, which is going to be connected. And it's going to be set to out. And it is going to be linked to the same network. So let's go ahead and get this set up and get teleporting cross dimensions. This is the fun part. This is where things get fun with this mod. So first things first, let's go ahead and place down our first matter receiver. This is how we're going to get back home from anywhere. So I want to place the matter receiver here, and we can name this home. Perfect. So it is named up, ready to go. It's public. And the cool thing is we can actually shift right click our advanced porter on this, And we should be able to teleport back here, even cross-dimensionally. So this is a great way to get back and forth from place to place. So it's always a way home. Now on this, we're going to have a receiver for, this receiver is going to go in the other dimension. Our transmitter is how we're going to get to that dimension. So I'm going to place the transmitter down and then place our dialing device down. They both need power. And this is going to be, actually, we don't really need to name this one, per se, the dialing device, but I will name my receiver whenever we get there, because we can actually use this to travel directly to the receiver too without using this. So let's set this dialing device to this. First of all, we have to go to the other dimension and place down our receiver. So let's head back into the Twilight and figure out where exactly we want to place this thing. How about right smack dab in the middle of this tree here? I'm going to go ahead and light the area up. This spot right here should be pretty nice. So let's go ahead and break our way in. And believe it or not, it is hollow inside of this tree. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. This is going to be the start of our Twilight base. We are actually going to have a Twilight base, and it's going to be pretty cool to build it out of this tree. So let's go ahead and set this up. Same as the other thing. We go ahead and place down our dimensional cell, make sure it's set to out, place our matter receiver, and we'll call this the Twilight. Perfect. And that is ready to go. Make sure to shift right click onto that. That way our porter here, we can actually select this and travel to here. So I can be anywhere in the Twilight Forest and I can go, you know what, I want to go back to my Twilight Forest home. And I teleport just like that to my Twilight Forest home. If I want to go home, I can set that here and then start the teleportation. Takes a moment and bam, I am right back home, ready to go. And the good thing is now that I have that set up, goodbye Twilight Forest portal. I do not need you anymore. Now I'm not 100% done yet because I still want to utilize our dialing device so I don't always have to just go ahead and change. I can just walk through here. And so what I need to do is select the Twilight Forest. We'll mark this as favorited and we will dial. Now with this dialed, we're going to see this is now green and I know that this portal is active. And if I walk through it, it will take us to that same spot in the Twilight Forest right here. So with all those shenanigans that happened today, I hope you guys learned something new. Now, next episode, we are going to be talking about how to generate netherrack, and we're going to be breaking down netherrack because we can't collect that allthemodium until we have a netherite pick. So we're going to have to figure out some way to do said task, and that's going to be a fun automation process to go to get underway. So guys, of course, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And that, my friends, is going to be a huge thanks going to EP6. Thank you so much for your amazing support over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member. And guys, if you're interested in joining the Discord, all you gotta do is go to discord.gg/Chosenarchitect and join the amazing community over there. I believe me, you'll be flipping with for joy, enjoying all of the fun that is to be had over there. So of course, guys, click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a huge thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.